playwright dives into anything remotely autobiographical, creating the ending is always false. The ending doesn't exist because the characters' lives continue as you, well, not my life. My life continues as you walk to your cars and whisper pointed observations. Some of them of a positive nature, some of them obstreperously bitchy. As you pontificate into the night air, I might pick up on something mundane like, I didn't expect that ending, or something less sanguine. I thought the fucking thing would never end. How can it end? Lights come down in the theater, you're reaching for your program, you're applauding loudest for the actor you want to fuck the most. I mean like the most, anyway. And then you're lulled into thinking that the play is over, but not for me, it ain't. Okay, so I found this picture of my brother this morning from the early 80s when the court released him in my care after his first stint in prison, living with me in Southern California. Isn't it funny how a single photograph can possess all the twists and turns of a 5-act play? Who would write a 5-act play, you ask?
Eugene O'Neill did.
Eugene O'Neill did, that's who did. In this current draft, the one we'll try to stick to tonight, the play ends with Vincent, that's me, visiting a tattoo parlor. Oh. But this is live theater, anything can happen. Let's start at the end of the play.
Within a few hours, he found a tattoo parlor.
My brother was always the one with the tattoos. Most were prison tattoos, crudely rendered, colorless messages intent upon pessimistic permanence. You see, tattoos weren't always the pastime of the rich and famous. Now they're no longer limited to the limbs of insouciant sailors and drunken derelicts who star in the filmic underworld of Coney Island.
The website reads, in decadent phases, the tattoo became associated with the criminal, literally the outlaw, and the tattoo, the power of the tattoo became intertwined with the power of those who chose to live beyond the norms of society.
Yeah, it seemed like Anthony always had them.
I wasn't born with them.
I was always secretly envious of their intensity, as if his flesh could speak. His flesh could speak to me. It's a sensitive area, says Adam, the tattoo artist, all teasing and daring and playing like a boy. You can take it, he says. I choose an area on my chest where my heart beats. He says the collarbone is a sensitive area. There could be some broken capillaries.
Maybe some bruising.
Redness.
Lifting up a bottle of tequila, glistening as clear as ice. You want a shot, he says? I take a big swallow, all silken warmth from my mouth to my throat, landing in my gut. Adam instructs me to lie flat so that my pallet of flesh is facing his direction. I wonder if you can see my heart beating under my skin, hot with anticipation.
Adam had shown Vinny his rendering of the tattoo, about 2 inches in height and 7 inches in length. The script of the 2 words, memento mori, is ornate, religious, Byzantine.
It's a primal art form, one of the oldest art forms ever practiced by ancient man. A glacier melted and they found a mummified Iceman covered in tattoos. Tattooing is wired into our DNA as a species, decorating the first thing that we ever possess. Our skin, our hide, our body.
My brother's body goes into high alert, receiving each sensorial sensation.
I close my eyes as the buzzing sound of the drill comes into focus.
As the point of the needle skates over his skin as smooth as fur, heat intensifies the sensory excess. Sound and heat. Vinny smells the sweat of the tattoo artist. Distinct, not unsweet. Surrender.
The hairs on Adam's wrists are stiff and wiry and silver gray, contrasting with the black hair that's flopping onto his creviced forehead, drizzling sweat onto my body like hot raindrops. Adam knows me in ways mysterious, reenacting an ancient ritual.
Connecting with the divine.
Sacrificing to a deity.
A permanent amulet that cannot be lost.
Providing magical, even medical protection.
Remember that you can die.
I got you, babe.
Memento mori.
Please God, or whoever's listening, please don't let my brother die before me. Don't let my brother die before me. Don't let my brother die before me. He's a good man, really, truly good. Please don't let him die before me. If I lose him, I don't know what I do. We're all sinners. All sinners. I don't know what I'd do if I lost my little brother. Please, God. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but
Huddled at a small table like
for thine is the kingdom.
gangsters playing high-stakes card games. This is the only place where I see my brother in the past 15 years plus. The pain that was breaking America's heart in the aftermath of 9/11 was rampant, but I was feeling a different pain from inside of a visiting room, a maximum security prison where my brother had been recently incarcerated. The characters in this sprawling swath of sorrow include fathers, sons, uncles, grandfathers, and those who choose to make the clumsy visitations. How dare I feel compassion for these bunch of criminals who are guilty until proven innocent. These people that died in New York, those are the real innocent heroes, truly victims who didn't deserve their fate. These bedraggled dogs, society's misfits, perpetrators. They deserve to be here, you're probably thinking. Well, maybe that's because you don't see them in close-up. I see innocence when I momentarily experience who these men are, not what they've done. And it might look like the set of an HBO series, but it's a floating reality show. And my brother and I were two of its above the title stars. I like to make my brother Anthony laugh, especially under the circumstances, like with the possibility of parole. My first visit, shortly after 9/11, I marched into my doctor's office and I offered myself up to those poor people in New York. No, I'd been seeing my doctor for about 10 years and he had just started calling me by my first name. What can I do for you, Vic? I said, my name is Vincent and I would like to donate blood. Yeah. That's how complacent I've become about dying from HIV. I mean, I never used to buy more than 11 pieces of stationery. Yeah, that was when we used to write letters. Well, now I feel like I have miracle blood, like Miracle Whip.
You're so fucking funny.
I tell people we laugh in here, they can't believe me. I also tell them we get into a lot of trouble if we laugh too raucously or break any of the other rules.
Yeah, like the last time you were here. I don't know if you still have it. It's one of my favorite pictures of us. I don't think I ever told you this. We broke a big rule together. A conspiracy. We put our arms around each other's shoulders when we posed for that picture, and that is a definite rule breaker.
Why? Because arms around the shoulders can lead to
Drugs.
Oh.
You can be passing something to me. You get it? They reprimanded Woody, the photographer. I never even thought about it until he told me. I have that picture on the wall of my cell.
Next to that one affair in her swimsuit?
She was just nominated for an Emmy. Don't make fun.
I'm surprised you don't have a fair tattoo.
Well, how do you know I don't? Remember the other rules?
I have to sit directly across from you.
Same reason you can't pass anything to me?
And I have to have my hands on the table. Why? So they know I'm not jacking off thinking of Farrah.
Thinking about that husbandly, Majors? Hands on the table for the same reason, passing drugs. And speaking of passing, weren't you on his show, The Fall Guy?
Oh, I probably shouldn't say this too loud, but I think you taught me how to hold a gun for that show. Like, draw a gun, I don't know. I was so scared to death I was playing this butch guy with a gun.
And I could definitely give you butch lessons. Photograph. Vincent and Anthony are 3 and 9 years old, respectively, in their loose-fitting swimming trunks. Anthony is wielding a hose and making an exaggerated clown's face for the camera's benefit, while sitting on top of his little brother Vincent, who is laughing, maybe in spite of himself. No shirts, bare-chested brothers.
No! Tony Macaroni, stop! Stop, it hurts! I want to tell Mommy! I want to tell Mommy, where, you little fruit? I cry. It's hurting me, so I cry like a little
Sissy.
I am a sissy.
Being a sissy can get you killed on the inside. Literally, fucked to death in cold blood. The moment you're perceived as a sissy, it's all over. And when is that judgment made? Your first appearance in an area where there's a considerable number of convicts, enough to decide whether or not you are a sissy.
I cannot come off like a sissy. Playing a hunky tennis star with a love interest in about 5 lines.
If I do come off like a fruit, I will immediately be cast as prey, and there's nothing I can do to change that.
The producers and director are making a change to my entrance. It's a long walk through a dining room. And the camera is watching you. And when you're a gay actor in Hollywood and you're playing a hyper-masculine hetero athlete, the camera is judging you, assessing your moves for clues. Is he or isn't he a sissy?
If I marked in the beginning, it would be like having a sign that says, fresh ass, slapped onto my derriere.
The producers and director are huddled in the corner with the cameraman. I start to shake. I just know it's the gay thing. I'm not walking like a hetero tennis player. I'm reading as gay. Death in 90s Hollywood.
I'm still young enough to play the butch criminal. This was my first incarceration. I had a satisfactory swagger because I don't get raped that night. Or the next.
They decide I should carry a box. Nobody says why, but I can feel the sibilant whispers of homophobia stabbing every inch of my body. Make the box important, one of them says. I don't ask what's in the fucking box. Will the magic box de-gay me? So much for all Stanislavski training.
My mommy has never spent the night away from home before, but having a baby is a big deal, so she has to be at the hospital. My grandma got me ready for school and stuff, but I hear Daddy talking on the phone. This baby thing is a big mistake, he says. I can't take care of another kid. Daddy doesn't want me to have a baby brother, so I send the baby a penny for good luck.
The adhesive tape is yellowing and browning and barely holds the penny onto the delicate piece of paper that's been deteriorating for more than 40 years before she finally gives it to me. She finds it in a suitcase filled with old photos and assorted ephemera.
Mommy, I hope you and the baby come home soon. The penny is for him. Good luck, little brother.
Good luck,
Big brother.
I'm visiting Mommy in St. Louis, and it is snowing like a motherfucker. And I'm borrowing her car, and I always remember when I was doing Camille, playing Camille. The designer, he always insisted that there be snow flurries in the window as Camille lay dying. Lay dying. Anyway, she was about to croak. Snow, he said, portends death, especially in operas. Well, this snow would pretend I don't know what, I thought to myself. And then I heard a voice on the car radio.
A man in Warner is accused of bludgeoning a high school acquaintance to death with a baseball bat in a barroom brawl.
The accused has a house in Warner where the bar is located.
The victim has a residence in St. Louis. Both men are 57 years old. I pulled the car over, but not because of the snow. Why then?
Because I am the accused man.
Good luck, brother.
I write a play. Determined to record, to document, to archive all the feelings that words fail, no matter how many of them, how many combinations, how many pages, splattered tears, blood stains, our blood, my brother's and mine, splotched on the white pieces of paper, purchased at Staples. Guilt proven, but now after 15 years, technically, he can be released on parole. What's on trial now? Morality? Is he moral enough to live on the streets of America? Yeah, it's not a lifeline. Am I moral enough to live on the streets of America? Are you? Things have happened between my brother and me. Things that can only happen between brothers. Magical things. Illegal things. Our narratives often agree, often contradict. Memory's a motherfucker. And then there's that innate rule, stamped like a tattoo on my conscience. Do I tell things about him that might embarrass him, reveal more of him than he once revealed? I keep telling myself it's a play, not a documentary. And there's tricks played by those crafty, faulty, insidious memories. Now your feelings are less likely to be forgotten than the color of the shirt you're wearing. I mean, if we could forget our feelings, think of all the out-of-work therapists there would be. And how often do our feelings match those of the person who thought we were experiencing that moment that we, deluded ourselves into thinking that we were experiencing together. When you're doing a play, there's a renewed meaning in it. Are we on the same page? So we'll find out. My brother and me are on the same page in the next hour or so.
I don't remember the exact words of the phone call, set up in advance to take place on a Sunday evening. Winter, or it feels like winter. It's cold.
They think putting me in the army will make a man out of me, keep me off the streets. I'm stationed at Fort Leonard Wood. It is a collect call.
Daddy speaks to him first. Short.
Cold. He's cold as always. Then Mommy coos.
We will come visit soon, darling, I'll promise.
Then your turn.
Daddy's more nervous than usual because of the cost of the phone bill.
We have probably never said 2 words to each other in our entire adult lives. You sputter,
Stutter,
stammer.
lather something, and then it's over. I attempt to place the olive green phone receiver back on the wall. I miss. The receiver dangles. I am underwater, without my underwear, under the boardwalk, strangling by the phone's olive green cord. I can't breathe. My face is drenched.
I did not wake up that morning and say to myself, I'm going to kill someone's son today. I'm going to kill someone's husband today, someone's daddy, someone's best friend. I did not wake up and say to myself, I'm going to kill someone's baby brother today. That's what I'm writing to Charles, the big brother.
I want to wake up in the morning with that dark brown taste.
You're telling this because of a parole hearing?
No, my next parole hearing is nearly 2 years from now.
I want to be nasty, I want to be cruel, I want to be daring, I want to shoot pool.
So he's the only one who shows up to these parole board meetings?
I don't think the others want to give it any attention. But Charles
Charles what?
wants me to hurt as much as he does. because he lost his little brother. And I think he knows things, unspoken things.
Well, that's mysterious.
Brothers can be mysterious. How many times can I say I'm sorry? 50, 100, 1,000, 200,000, till my tongue bleeds and falls out of my mouth. I need Charles to know that I have a baby brother too. And not a day goes by that I don't imagine what it would be like to have him die. To have you die, have my baby brother die. And getting out of prison isn't going to put an end to my feelings of guilt. There's no pause button. I will continue to talk to Joey and say I'm sorry and beg his forgiveness.
You mean talk to Charles?
No, I mean Joey. I talk to Joey. Pray for his soul, I guess the Catholics would say.
And in the theater, I want to change my seat, just so I can step on everybody's feet.
I still don't know what you guys are fighting about.
Two guys go into a bar.
Is this a joke? Jesus Christ.
Two guys go into a bar. And after 5 hours of hardcore drinking, one of them kills the other. Why? What were they fighting about?
Our most barroom fisticuffs because of
Vera.
a woman? You and Joey were fighting over a woman.
I guess so, something like that.
You guess so? Something like that. Tony!
That's how fucked up this is. That's how great it is.
Tony, honey, I'm sorry. I don't know what to... I'm sorry I called you honey.
I don't care about that. Kind of liked it. You're the one who always says nothing's ever what it looks like, right? Well, maybe that's a clue. Maybe it's not about two men fighting over a woman. Maybe.
I wouldn't want to be killed by my brother in a prison visiting room. Why would he kill me, you ask? Maybe to erase anything that I carry, any memories that are contagious, like a fatal virus when I'm near him. And if he kills me, no, if he silences me, then he can convince himself that it never happened. No matter how many pages I write, it's a play, he'll say. And only the two of us know, and if one of us is gone, half of our memory is destroyed. Besides, I don't think I'll write the play while he's alive. I mean, maybe I'll write it, but I won't allow it to be performed. What am I saying? I'm here in the play. New lines keep dawning on me.
Photograph.
It's a staged photo of us when we were in a porno movie back in the early 80s. Anthony plays a butch bouncer in a barroom brawl. No cinematic sex. I play a cocksucker in a barn. Lots of sex.
In the photo, we have our shirts off, giving the impression deliberately, because it's just head and shoulders, that we could be naked. Our arms are draped on each other's shoulders. Your shoulders look naturally rounded and appear to be unnaturally smooth.
Your tattoos pop.
You look as if you were on a first-name basis with a camera.
We look like brothers. I don't mean our features necessarily, I mean our stance.
Television screen. The nightly news. St. Louis, Missouri, circa 1960. The cops are pushing me and another boy from one room into another. That's all I can really remember. We are handcuffed, so we can't easily cover our faces.
Anthony Shaw doesn't care about covering his face. I'm in awe. He looks like a Hollywood star, better than Dr. Kildare. Can't focus on what the newscaster is saying because the image of my hoodlum brother makes me wet. But fame is fleeting. And hey, why am I not the one on television?
How well did you really know him?
When you tell the story, two guys go into a bar. You don't say their names. You don't know their names. They're interchangeable, really. You can't identify the murderer or the one who will be murdered.
What do you remember?
The only thing I remember about that night, other than the fact that I had a baseball bat in my hand that made my arm twice its normal length, the only thing I remember is red.
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 Joe is red.
Red.
Blood red.
Red.
Blood is everywhere. And nothing, not even his perfect lips, are distinguishable in the big puddle of crimson blood sloshing around his head, splashing onto my face and into my eyes, blinding me as I swing the bat over my head and aim for his, and taste the blood, his blood, and smell it as it seeps into my shirt. Hot blood. Joey's hot blooded.
How many times?
You ask. Based on the volume of blood squirting out of it mixed with my tears and my sweat.
How many times?
More than 5. Maybe 10. No one was counting. He was lying on the ground, drowning in his own blood.
More like 20. That was when an article speculated. The other article said that maybe he didn't die until the 15th or 16th blow.
Why couldn't I stop? Sometimes I can taste the blood, his blood, like it's stuck in the back of my throat. Still, after all these years, I try to say something and it feels like I'm going to choke on the blood. And the smell of the dry blood way up inside my nostrils. I blow my nose, certain this time it will dislodge. After almost 20 fucking years, blowing my nose, anticipating his blood. We're blood brothers. Joey and I are blood brothers.
I'm your blood brother, for Christ's sake. Just stop it. Stop it. I wouldn't be able to help you.
There's something I need, I'm sorry. That's why I'm trying to write to Charles again. Who knows, maybe he'll open the letter this time.
Yes, Tony, you told me. Many times you've told me. Just, what do you need, for Christ's sake? Just tell me what you need.
A photograph.
Photograph.
A photograph. Our parents. New York City nightclub, early 40s. Their faces unblemished by catastrophe. Their glamour is contagious. Just looking at their image draws us into their sexy orbit. They could be a 2018 couple in their modern, sleek clothing. He smiles at the camera. She smolders. When you write, like your plays, do you start to remember things you thought your memory had erased?
Yeah, writing this.
This what?
This play we're in. I remembered a lot. Good, not so good, terrible, funny.
I spent a lot of time reliving the past, lying in my cell, hour after hour staring at that fucking ceiling, waiting for clouds to burst through, waiting to see constellations in the stars. My poetry class has made me focus on the memories and infuse them with meaning.
Do you wonder if they're accurate? And clouds and constellations, that's pretty fucking poetic. Infused, that's a good word, bro.
Thanks. I do wonder sometimes, was it real? Like, remember the time Daddy threatened to beat me with his shoe?
I think I told you. He was sitting in that big ratty armchair by the front door and he had a shoe. No, it was a house slipper. He wore house slippers. Like that would hurt you. And he had it in his lap. What's up with the slipper? Those are 5 of the 305 words I've said to that man in my entire lifetime. So raising his weapon as if to illustrate its prowess, he says, "If your hoodlum brother's late tonight, he's gonna get a beating." I thought he was kidding. But he fell asleep, shoe in hand, not on foot. And I don't even think you came home.
I thought he hit Mommy with her shoe, didn't he?
Oh, fuck. This is the first time I've connected those dots about the shoes. First time, and I've written this story about Mommy's shoes many, many times.
Remind me.
The story goes, according to her, is that they're in divorce court and he's trying to get custody of us. And, well, he's already proven with the help of his private eye that she's no Donna Reed, showing black and white photos of her liaisons with other men. So, desperate to up the ante, he says, "Your Honor, she tried to kill me with a shoe."
You gotta be kidding.
All eyes in the courtroom are on her. She says, "Your Honor, this man is over 6 feet tall. I am barely 5 feet tall. It would simply be impossible for a petite lady like me to harm such a large man like him with a woman's size 5 shoe."
You can see the dolly moving in her direction. Her close-up, Mommy's money shot.
Why is this man lying? The truth is bad enough.
Oh, fuck, that is the best! Wasn't that the name of your book? Your tell-all?
It's a few years old now.
And did you tell all?
Almost all. Not every single incident. Most things.
Most.
Scared me, I guess, so I keep writing. Now it's a play.
It's a search to play. Yes, I get it.
In the book, I did tell about the time Mommy attacked me with the broom.
Has she been out flying around the neighborhood looking for the closest McDonald's?
Oh, it was Christmas, I think. She was shoveling snow or, sweeping it before shoveling. And I was sick, and she decided that I was faking. So she comes up behind me and swings the broom with all of her barely 5 feet tall might and hits me in the back of the head. I fell down, knocked my tooth out. There was blood everywhere. I was hysterical.
I thought I did that. I thought I hit you with the broom. That was me, not her.
No, she made you lie and say you did. She knew Daddy was in the other room and that he'd use it against her in court, so she strong-armed you into saying that you did it. To protect her.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Jesus Christ, we were the Barrymores.
They never talked about it.
We never talked about it.
Never.
Now's my chance to ask my brother for his permission. Is it all right with you if I use our real life in a play? Our real life in a work of fiction. Only you and I know the absolute truth.
It's a play, a memory play.
Remember that stretch of land on that roller coaster hill, about a block away from the house? We went there that first time you came to California, 81, 82, after your first stint in prison. On the blood-soaked land where the hillside strangler left one of his prey.
Blow out your candles, Laura.
Be careful. You can't yell fire in a crowded theater.
He was from St. Louis, too. You can yell fire in a crowded theater if it's true.
Who is from St. Louis?
Tennessee Williams. He told the truth in the theater. Look at what happened to him.
Was there a fire?
Now we're doing Beckett. So who was the from St. Louis too?
The playwright? Jesus Christ. That would be you, Vinny. Do you tell the truth in the theater?
I try. It's a play.
You aren't supposed to lie. You are not supposed to lie in the theater. Don't yell fire or anything else unless it's the truth.
It's a play. A memory play.
Let's get together, yeah, yeah, yeah. Why don't you and I combine? Let's get together, what do you say? We could have a swinging time.
Photograph.
Photograph. in a barely sealed manila envelope. There are several 8x10 photographs. The envelope announces its contents. Divorce evidence is written in Mommy's trying to be perfect but failing penmanship. Vincent opens the envelope.
He can't bear to look at more than one of the photographs. Our mother is flirting with 50, but has styled herself to deliberately defy her age. The hair is too black, tees too high, and the ensemble. Keep in mind that the photograph is black and white. It's entirely too colorful. She and her beau are careening into a taxi cab. Hasuda appears to be closer to 30 than 50, despite his bedraggled demeanor and unmistakable drunkenness. As a team, they are sloppily mismatched. Something has been troubling me. At the airport, you were different when you greeted me.
What the fuck is she talking about?
This is difficult, darling. When you greeted me, you kissed me on the cheek.
What? I kissed her on the cheek?
Not on my mouth.
Oh. I wanted to kill the fucking cunt. What are you talking about? Is this some etiquette book that you read?
Polite sons make it a point to kiss their mothers on the mouths when she visits from out of town. Never is it acceptable to kiss her on the cheek, either left cheek or right, especially in public.
What is wrong with you? Why would I be obliged to kiss my mother on the lips? No, on the mouth, as you so daintily pointed out.
I bet you kissed those fags on the mouth.
Oh.
You licked the disease right off their lips. You are disgusting.
I'm getting out of here. I swear to God, I will fucking rip you to pieces.
Well, I'm going to call the airline and change my ticket.
Well, why don't you go right ahead? Maybe the pilot will lick you on the lips. I slammed the door behind me with such force that the water in the huge pool sloshes behind me like in an earthquake. But then, the inevitable, the inebriated aria of just 2 words. Shirley Booth on crack.
Come back!
What don't you understand? I need a photo of him so I can look at him when I pray, so I can see his face when I pray to him. That, you understand that?
I don't entirely understand, but I mean, it should be easy enough. There should be many pictures of him taken. I mean, in the small town newspaper. Well, I still don't understand why you need a picture.
When you think specifically about someone who's died, don't you look at their picture?
I might look at a picture. I don't ever remember praying to one or talking to one.
Well, you have more people to talk to than I do think about it.
Do you pray to that swimsuit picture of Farrah? Sorry. If it's going to comfort you, I will find a photo on the internet.
It's not on the internet. I had somebody else help me look.
You had someone else look.
I know you're busy, and I thought you might make a judgment about it, how important I'm making it. Anyway, the most recent photo of him anyone has seen, the most recent photo anyone has seen of him, his high school yearbook, the football hero.
Fucking years ago.
Families deliberately managed to hide every other photo of him, so he will only be remembered in a certain light, the light of a hero.
It almost seems like there's more.
More what?
More to the story. I don't know. I mean, I understand why they would want his picture from that day, but there must be plenty of pictures taken.
My public defender tried to find photos of him, showed him in a negative light, none exist. He subpoenaed photos. The family stonewalled.
Jesus, I didn't know any of this, Tony. I might not be able to find anything.
At his funeral, there was a single blow-up photo of Joey in his football uniform on the casket.
How do you know this?
Well, I have my ways.
I don't know what to say. It's just. I mean, did you ask his brother Charles for a photo?
I will write that letter, and I will try to explain the reasons why I want a photo of his brother that don't sound too wacko.
So, how's that creative writing coming? poetry class. How's that coming along?
We were asked to write a poem about a Hollywood icon. Guess who I picked?
Charlie Sheen. You know, I always forget to ask this. That town that you were living in, Werner? Joey didn't live there, right? I mean, what, just like that bar?
Yeah, I guess so. A country bar, kind of rough and tumble.
I figured that much, but wouldn't you have to travel nearly an hour? I mean, all the way from St. Louis to get to this rough and tumble.
You know, Vinny, did anyone tell you the fucking trial is over?
Sorry.
Nothing's gonna bring him back from the dead or get me out of this hell I'm in.
Sorry, I'm curious. I can't help.
Would you please try? Would you fucking try? Vinny, try!
Photograph. I was not yet born.
I am 5 years old. It is a family photo, taken in a fancy studio. But it's only me and Mommy. Where's Daddy? Our blue and white clothes match, identical like costumes. Our white shirts have a dark blue sailor collar. My hair is yellowish. And I am staring straight into the camera. So is Mommy. Our mouths look like frozen hearts, matching hearts.
How did they tell you?
One of the guards came to my cell. I knew I'd been expecting it, but there's still some reaction.
Yeah.
Mr. Shaw, we regret to inform you that your mother died this morning. My cellie farted. I've been praying to Farah.
What? Her photo?
She died today too. And after they told me about Mommy, I realized I was sadder about Farrah Fawcett than I was about our dearly departed mother. I wanted to feel for Mommy, but
We'd be a crazy team.
both gone.
Why don't we make a scene
Farrah and Mommy.
together?
Oh, don't make fun of me, Vinny.
No, I'm not making fun of you.
Let's get together. Yeah,
Both.
Yeah, yeah.
Mommy and Daddy both
Think
gone.
of all that we could share. Let's get together.
Just us.
Every day, every way and everywhere. We have familial criminality in common. My friend Perry's father is in jail for embezzlement. Perry and I sing in a talent contest at the Airway Drive-In on a Sunday night before the movie starts. We sing Haley Mills' Let's Get Together from Parent Trap. Now, the audience likely doesn't know of our Huskow history, but they do know that we are teenage boys playing teenage girls, reveling in the euphoria of bonding. Let's get together, yeah, yeah, yeah. Why don't you and I combine?
Art imitates life. Perry is my first boyfriend, and we are bold enough to broadcast our relationship, in the words of Haley Mills, on a stage in front of a few hundred people in a drive-in movie in St. Louis, Missouri. There are prizes, first, second, and third place.
Oh, I really think you're swell. Uh-huh, we really ring the bell.
You come in third. Only first place gets their hands on a tangible prize.
Out of nowhere, in this swarm of people, my brother is rushing against people traffic in our direction. I'm sure he's gonna tease me, maybe even hit me.
Hey, Skinny Vinny.
He says, reaching into his pocket. He's digging for something. Perry and I exchange looks of apprehension.
I'm sorry you guys didn't win. You were good. The audience liked you.
He pulls out a small black comb. This comb is like an appendage of Tony's. It's what creates his hoodlum persona.
Hey, Perry. I'm sorry. I only have this one comb.
Are you sure?
Sure.
They took my cane.
I'm sure it's yours. You deserve it.
I want my cane back.
Well, does it help you with balance or using it to alleviate pain?
It helps me to walk. They took about 100 canes from the guys on my ward because one person, hit someone else who was not hurt with his cane. I want my cane back. They gave half of them back after about a week, randomly, but not me, not my cane. They have my fucking cane, even though I need the fucking thing to walk. I'm not going to be on Dancing with the fucking Stars, for Christ's sake.
Well, how do they decide who got their cane back and who didn't?
How the fuck should I know? There are no logical answers if that's what you're looking for.
I whispered into my brother's ear, "You want to get high?" You know what I mean, high. We disentangle long enough for him to glean meaning from my eyes. He says yes with his eyes.
They exit the bar suddenly, leaving the patrons, their fans, to wonder, is this performance art?
Is this performance art?
We share a bedroom, but not a life. Your bed,
Next to mine,
like Lucy,
and Ricky,
George,
and Martha.
but we are strangers.
Speaking different languages. Separated by what?
3 or 4 feet.
We share dreams.
Dreams of escaping.
Escaping our childhood.
Dreams of being closer.
Closer. Closer than our separate beds will allow.
Closer than our imaginations will allow closer.
Brotherly dreams.
You'll understand. I begin to tell myself, you'll understand why I need to remember out loud. Remember out loud in this play the specifics of the crime that we committed together. More unlawful than putting your arms around each other's shoulder in a prison visiting room or even on the set of a porno movie. Is what we did illegal or moral? Depends on what state you're in. Sometimes literally. Then there's your state of mind. Hey, bro, I got an envelope back. Returned. It's in a titled Bare-Chested Boy.
Oh fuck, I should have warned you.
Warn me.
They deemed those pictures inappropriate.
What are you talking about? The pictures of us when we were little boys?
In bathing suits. No shirts. Shirtless, bare-chested.
Like
They told me they had to send those pictures back because they didn't meet regulations.
They think it's kiddie porn? But you don't have a record of that.
Doesn't matter. I guess they thought I could sell them.
It's fucking nuts. It's crazy bullshit.
Prison bullshit is what that is.
Mommy and I are living alone. Tony, who's MIA, and it was before marriage number 3. I'm in junior high, 13 or 14. She's lonely.
But that's no excuse.
No excuse for it.
She comes home from work, sometimes makes dinner, sometimes not. Sometimes we go out and get a hamburger at White Castle.
But she's always in a hurry to change clothes.
Costume, she says, almost as a joke.
Not funny. She puts on a record. Eartha Kitt. I want to be evil. It's like it's her warm-up act.
I want
To wake up in the morning with that dark brown taste.
Singing along, she puts out her clothes on the side of the double bed where she sleeps.
I want to see some dissipation in your face.
My other job is to set the alarm clock for 7:15. It's a small plastic turquoise alarm clock. I listen to songs to fall asleep, wondering when she's going to get home, dreading it, looking forward to it at the same time.
What did she do to you? What the fuck did she do to you?
I'm on the side of the bed where my daddy used to sleep. The side that doesn't have her work clothes laid out. When she gets under the covers, she has on her
Underwear. Bra and panties. She gets into bed drunk. She smells like alcohol, cigarettes, and perfume.
And she doesn't exactly touch me or even snuggle.
She sidles. I think that's the word. She sidles up against me.
That's not right, Seidling. Not right.
Even though I know it's
Not
not
right.
You must like it.
I like it.
Part of me.
Likes it. Doesn't mean I deserve it. What about you? She must have done it to you too. Tony? She must have.
Rules to be dismantled. They fucking can't hear your dreams. They can't eavesdrop on your memories, but I can. Your brother can, and I assure you, your dreams are reality. Every minute stored. Our body's vast storage lockers of desires, details, shared breath, heartbeats in sync. Every word recorded on parts of our body, our body parts.
Like tattoos. Scattered words, floating phrases.
Visible and invisible marks, arrows. It's underlined, circle. And it's colors, nuanced shadows.
I obsess on one sentence over and over, like a prayer, an anthem, a poem. It spins in my head on a loop, hard as
Arithmetic.
Was it that night? Did you say it to me that night?
Hers arithmetic? Yes, it was that night.
How could I forget?
There's an envelope in the suitcase with her handwriting on it. Mommy's demented handwriting. HWD, handwriting while drunk. But I could decipher it. Where's the mistletoe? That's all. Where's the mistletoe? I believe there was a photograph inside. I couldn't look.
I wrote a poem after I got out of the joint for the first time. After I went to live with Vincent, after Vincent died. But I was so fucked up that I don't remember where I put it, what I did with it. Did I hide it? Did Vinny, have to lay eyes on it? This doesn't make sense. But as fucked up as I was, so fucked up that I don't remember what I did with those pieces of paper, I do remember almost every word of the poem. I think I can recreate it, maybe relive it. Vincent, the serious writer in the family, would say.
It's in your body. Your body remembers whether you want it to or not. I remember.
And the smell of his sweat. And the taste of his...
Stubble. Scratching my lips. Turning them red.
Too red. Red hot. Maybe we both have a fever.
Crimson fever. He's all over my body. Inside.
And out. Our bodies tell each other secrets. Whispered secrets. I hear every word his body says, every word his body whispers to me, and
he hears mine.
You're not, Mommy? Are you sure? Absolutely sure? Because I'm not. Not sure she's dead. Not sure it isn't her. Isn't you, Mommy, alive? Isn't she alive? I mean, Mommy?
Do I tell him that she's been dead for almost a decade? I'm your brother.
I know, I'm calling you brother, but I want to talk to her. And you never disappoint. Ha! She was my advocate. That's what she was, what you are. She would raise hell about my cane.
Is the Kane story even real? The playwright wants to find an intricate, intimate meaning for the Kane. Instead, he comes up with this armchair speculation that wouldn't make it onto a Law and Order episode. But I can't help it, I keep having him bring it up.
The cane. Would you fucking bring me my cane? Mommy, please.
He knows I can't bring him a cane from the outside. It could be loaded with fentanyl. I ask you, the audience, is the cane synonymous with anything? The bat, maybe? Oh, fuck me now, I'm Sam Shepard.
Does Mommy need a minute?
Anthony, darling. Of course your mama remembers. Those horrific migraine headaches that used to attack you minus. You would say or scream. You would let them know that you needed your mama's touch. Now there's only one thing that could calm your forehead. That is the heat that radiates from the palm of my hand. Your mom's hand. Oh, baby. Now I want you to go back to your cell, and I want you to put on some music, something jazzy and female. And I want you to imagine your mama, how her hand feels on your forehead, all cool and wet and juicy. Now, baby, breathe, baby. I know there's not a lot of room on your cot. Not a lot of room to let your red hot mama side.
No, stop! Stop! Stop him. Stop!
A 6-pack of Coors and a bottle of Jack Daniels. Bought at the liquor store, no, grabbed at the liquor store. After speeding, no, catapulting on freeways. I like that, catapulting. Speeding all the way home from the airport to my new home.
Our new home.
Our new home. I stole candy bars to surprise you. Snickers or Milky Way?
Snickers?
Snickers. First night out of jail. First night out.
Am I missing something? Are there new pages? This isn't in the script.
No, because he wrote it himself. I didn't do this. He's writing it now.
We drank and drank in your bedroom. You sat on the floor and drank more. No, you sat on the floor and drank. I was resting, no, lying. I was lying on your bed facing you, laughing our guts out about what I can't remember. Jack and Coors, 6 bottles of beer, way drunk in less than 60 minutes. You looked like a movie star. You were not, no, I was not. I was not the boy.
You were innocent.
You insist. You are the little brother lover drunk on sin and sensuality. Your tongue rips my mouth open, and I am yours. Fresh blood from your kiss mixes with mine, a match, taboo DNA. Is this what I was waiting for? The feel of your long body, no, lanky, not long. The feel of your lanky body slaps against my convict flesh. The street's incline so steep, so dramatic. The street so angular, like you. The street, like you, dramatic, angular. The actor, my brother. You, my brother lover, are hard as arithmetic. Light-headed, spinning, dizzy, spinning city. No fear of heights for us. Vertigo boys, go boys, going, gone. Harder, gone. No pretending now. Achingly real emotions in this endless void of feeling too much. Blood from my ass speaks, seeps into the slit of your big boy prick. Blood, brother. I hemorrhage under your spell.
Do you want him to stop and go back to the script?
No. Do you hear what he's saying? Explicitly? I want him to keep going. I want him to, till everyone's gone, until the play is over and they're having a drink at Figaro or stopping someplace illicit, someplace secret outdoors, having over-the-top sex.
Dear Charles, thank you. Thank you for sending me the photo of your little brother, Joseph. I've put it on the wall of my cell, next to the picture of my little brother. I pray for both of them every day. Amen. And thank you, Charles.
Now's my chance to ask my brother for his permission. Is it all right with you if I use our real life in a play, our real life in a work of fiction? Only you and I know the absolute truth.
It's a play, a memory play.
Your body is a poem. An autobiography told through the geography of your tattoos. I'm gonna get a tat.
A tat? Like your big brother? Ha! What's it gonna be? Please don't tell me it's from a Cher song.
I got you, babe. Memento mori.
Okay.
Mommy, with her vast background in Latin, would know the meaning. Remember that you can die.
I'll leave it to you to be so upbeat. I'm not sure I get it.
It means that we have to be vigilant every day about what we do, what we say, what we tell each other every day leading up until the final one. We have to be vigilant by never forgetting that life as we know it will end.
Is this what makes us moral?
I've thought about dying for half my life. I've devoted my life to dying. I want to be conscious. How hard it must be for you in here, not knowing the tentativeness. That's why we need to do this thing. Memento mori, together.
I can't get a tattoo.
Doesn't mean the idea can't be imprinted like a dream, like a photograph.
Invisible ink, I guess. That night is written on me somewhere. That's what it feels like. It feels like every word is emblazoned on my insides and my outsides. Dream occurs every night for a week, a month maybe, sometimes twice a night, maybe. To be honest, it's more of a memory.
It is a memory play.
Remember?
Are Eugene O'Neill's plays considered memory plays?
They weren't considered as such, but they were definitely long plays. 5 acts.
Who wrote 5-act plays?
You ask? Eugene O'Neill did. That's who did. In this current draft, the one we'll try to stick to tonight, the play ends with Vincent, that's me, visiting a tattoo parlor, but this is live theater, believe me, anything can happen. Let's start at the end of the play.
Within a few hours, he found a tattoo parlor.
My brother was always the one with the tattoos. Most were prison tattoos. Crudely rendered, colorless messages.
Wait, stop. Okay. Truth? We all want the truth, right? There's time for one more.
Photograph.
This one is in an envelope with Mommy's handwriting on it. It's a sealed envelope. And inside there's these 2 teenage boys dressed almost identically with blue jeans and white t-shirts, that iconic 50s look that the 60s couldn't quite let go of. Framing of the Polaroid is clumsy, because one of the boys is taking the photo himself, a 60s selfie. He's obviously not used to the camera being an extension of his arm, so one of their faces is obscured. To be honest, I can't tell who that other face is, the one whose face we can see.
That's Joey. And they're kissing, don't leave that out.
Who? Joe?
Joe. No, Joey, the victim. Kissing.
Okay, they're kissing. Who's the other one? Who's he?
They are almost interchangeable.
Inter-fucking changeable.
Joey and...
Me. It's...
Me. And Vincent, honey, you can write whatever you want.
scan the area code on my phone. It's the area code from the prison, and thinking it's Tony, I answer. It's not Tony. It's not Tony, it's about Tony. An official from the penitentiary.
It's too hard to forget the truth. Hard to tell. My dick has never been so hard.
Hard as arithmetic. Fuck me.
Kiss me.
You, my brother lover.
Kiss me.
Official from the penitentiary saying he's sorry to report that Anthony Shaw was discovered in his cell.
First time.
Your first time?
Can't forget it. Can't keep it inside.
Our secret dream.
You look like a movie star.
Curtain up.
A day.
Daydream. Like Thanksgiving dinner.
Innocent as snow.
Disembodied voice sounding increasingly mechanical, referencing Mr. Shaw's, my fucking brother's, ongoing health challenges, not ruling out the possibility of suicide. Anthony Shaw was discovered on the floor of his cell.
A daydream. I taste your tongue, keep it inside. Thanksgiving dinner.
I need you to come deep inside me.
No pretending now.
So deep.
So
Give me a life.
I cry as I shoot. And cover your lips with my mouth. My mouth is a muzzle. It's your muzzle.
My muzzle.
Not breathing. Any attempts to revive him were futile.
Fuck.
In love.
Spinning dizzy in you.
I smell blood. Your blood.
Our blood. I smell our blood.
Our brother blood. Yes. Yes. Yes.
No suspicion of foul play.
Brother fucking love.
In fucking
brother.
The only report that could be corroborated is that Shaw collapsed in his cell. Dead. End of play. Our fearless director, Mark Ringleson, and our producers, Kirk and Benjamin, and also, of course, the person that would be here if we didn't have our playwright,